Mm. Hello, my darling Pisces. How are you? Welcome to your Divine Reminders. My name is Akita Akari Aurora, and I'm so happy to be giving these reminders to you. I just did the Aquarius reading, and that was very interesting. And because that's the age we're going into. So now I'm going to see what pops up for you, Pisceans. Because it's the age you're ending. So these divine reminders are coming in from 3 decks. They are the gateway of activation to see how the Pisceans are being activated this week and this month. Today is actually the lunar eclipse and the full moon in Scorpio. This week has been a very powerful and potent week. We are being activated and readied and prepared, and we're being asked to go into stillness so that we can understand and see and release. And then as Mercury comes out of retrograde and goes direct on the 14th, then we're going to be using all this stuff that we got during stillness and moving forward, right? So we're gonna get some really good we're gonna get some cosmic advice for our journey, and we're gonna get some divine reminders for our soul, right? And we're also gonna look into the Starseed Oracle deck. This is the big girl deck, this deck tends to tell us exactly what we need to work on if we need to work on anything. More of the serious talking stuff. so so these divine reminders are for your mind, your body, your spirit, and just to show you, what's going on. What is going and to remind it's just to nourish your soul, to help you to complete your missions, to get into alignment with your soul purpose. These are sparks for your soul mission, because I say through a friend, my friend, beautiful sister, shaman sister, gave this to me 3 years ago, and I love it. Your soul always knows. So I don't know if we're really giving a divine reminder for our soul, but we're giving divine reminders, and they will nourish your soul. I think our ego hears it and then says, okay, this my soul needs this. Okay, all right, this one for soul. Okay, I get it. I bow down. And the other day I was in prayer or in meditation, and at the end there was a part where they said to bow down. And I realized that in that moment, when we bow, not are we just, it's our physicality bowing down to our higher self, and in those moments, and they say we shouldn't bow to anybody, but I think we bow to ourselves. It's really showing this. I don't know, the cards probably will come will support this, but when we do show that reverence to our higher self in bowing, and I bowed, and it was one of those meditations where you're opening up a seal, and I bowed, and then they said, and now the seal is open, and then I just kind of and that moment right there, it allowed me just to connect with that bowing that we do, but really who are you bowing to? And we're bowing to our higher self, and we really come into embodiment and recognize and acknowledge that we are in union really with our higher self, and our physical self bows down to that in order to allow that transmission, that grace, that connection. All right, so let's see why that came through before I even pull the cards. And my nose I'm having a nose activation. It's my most sensitive now. It's become more sensitive than before, and I'm starting to feel these little tickles and whispers on my nose whenever I'm doing these readings, because I don't feel it any other time. But whenever I sit down to do these readings, I'm getting it's like a fairy twinkling my nose. right, Pisces, let's see how you're being activated. May is a very powerful month. You know, we have Mercury, like I said, Mercury with the sun, Mercury with Taurus and Mercury coming together. You know, we have these conjunctions that are helping us to contemplate as well as to move forward, you know. Today is 5/5, very powerful portal day. Oh, so much stuff. Full moon, you know, and this is just the beginning. This is how May started off, right? Oh, with the Fire Festival and ending the first week with this beautiful eclipse and full moon and just everything. It's a really, really potent and beautiful month. So let's see what's going on with our Pisceans as we end this age of Pisces. Let's see, how are our Pisceans being activated? Halls of Amenti. Yeah, I love it. Initiation and that, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, and initiations. Yeah, because your age is ending, Pisces, and Pisces is all about that water and that moon. And yeah, we are that clairvoyance, you know, all of that is coming in and coming on more and seeing more. I'm Pisces moon. I'm also encouraging people as we walk through this moment, this momentum, to really start looking at their ascendant and their rising signs, because we're moving forward. And we got to give more light as we wake things up and reveal things within ourselves and initiate self, because we're always going through some type of initiation in life, you know. And as we walk through these initiations, and your initiations might not always be, you know, something, a ceremony. Initiation might just be life, living life in, as they say, you know. And sometimes we just got to recognize, like, oh yeah, I was definitely initiated into something this week, because this week was a little different and a little challenging and a little special, you know. Not doesn't always have to be challenging, but you just, you know, you have the eyes and ears to see, and you know thyself. So you know when you are moving through a new moment and we're feeling like we're being tested, and trials, not necessarily a tribulation, but definitely a trial, right? So as you go through this month, Pisces, there will be these intuitive knowings that, hey, I'm passing through an initiation. I'm being initiated. More is being revealed to me. And what does initiation mean? To begin something new. Here I am at a new point, beginning something new. So your awareness, be aware of, this is that moment and time for you, Pisces, right? Yeah. All right, because again, Pisces is all that water and psychic and that mystic or whatnot. So the halls of Amenti and things being revealed, and we're all being upgraded in a way. We're all being transmuted to allow more light to come in. So expect that psychic clairvoyance, claircognizant, you know, clear visual, expect that to be turned up a notch, you know what I mean, within yourself. And even, you know, divine reminder might even be, hey, make sure your temple is allowing these gifts to be to expand. You know, we have to honor and take care of ourselves in order to allow our gifts and our talents to be, you know, especially when it's something coming from deep within us. Not just something that we're adding on, but something that we're really emerging from within, if that makes sense to you, Pisces, and I'm sure it will. All right, so let's look at the cosmic journey. Let's look at the cosmic journey and see what divine reminders that they have for you. So secrets revealed, letting you know some stuff is going to be exposed. Truth telling, you know, whether that is you're going to give that or to receive that. Treasures uncovered, you know, so again, that's the talents and the gifts awakening within you. and then the initiation. So a combination of all of that, you know, stuff being revealed while your talents are coming online as and that's it. That's usually how initiation feels. You're becoming more powerful within yourself, as well as more stuff is being revealed to you about those within you and around you. Around you. And yeah, that's pretty much how initiation works. Right? Self initiations and the ones we put ourselves through with others, or by ceremony, I should say. All right, so let's see what divine reminders are coming with this beautiful initiation that Pisces are going to be going through. But that's good, you got a heads up. Oh, let's see if they come back. Not taking any flyaways, but we'll see. I'm looking at them, and if they come back, they're definitely for you. All right, let's see what divine reminder cosmic journey deck has for you, you beautiful fishes. All right, there's my nose again. Ancestors. I like it, Pisces. Yes, because we're going into the deep waters. I told y'all my nose. All right, so the Pisces, yeah, ancestors, and this is a special. This three signs got these special numbered cards, and this is number 6, 6, 7, 8. Pisces, Leo, and Sagittarius. Wow, that's interesting. My sun, moon, and rising. All right. So I gotta look at these. Okay, so ancestors. All right. So that's okay. So we're going in again. We're going. When we go into the halls of Amenti, what are we doing? We're going into our ancestral self, not necessarily we're going into our Akash, right? We're going into our Akashic record. We're digging into whom we are, right? Whether that is 100 years ago, 20 years ago, you know, not so much our physical ancestry, because we know those people, right? But the ones that we don't know, trying to figure out whom are we made out of, right? So that's beautiful. So this initiation that you're going to go through is going to be very expansive for you, and it's going to put you in alignment with your, I think, your galactic and cosmic ancestry and your divine ancestry and stuff like that. Also, maybe even for the Pisceans, maybe going back into your ancestry, connecting with your ancestry, the ones that you know of but don't know. You know, we all have the great grands that we don't really know about, or even our ancestral lands and places and stuff like that that we need to connect with. Also doing the ancestral clearing that many of us also need to do. So that could also be part of the initiation too. When we pull the card, we'll probably get some more clarification. Is this more of a reminder to do ancestral clearing, or really to connect with your ancestors? And you know, you do both, you know, because if you've cleared, then it's more about connecting. And if you are on that path, if you haven't cleared, then maybe there's some ancestral energy that you actually need to clear out through yourself. And that too is an initiation. Whether we're honoring our ancestors or clearing out the wounds of our ancestors, it's still initiation, and it's still something that we're doing for our future lineage. When we do our shadow work, we're healing our ancestral wounds, and we're bringing forth wholer seeds for our lineage and for our legacy. When we decide to honor ourselves and honor our ancestors by honoring ourselves and making that connection with our ancestors, whether they are the ones we knew or the ones we only know by name and only know by essence and spirit. You know what I mean? We still are doing the same ancestral work, you know, and ancestral work is a big part of the journey of ascending and going into your Akash records and connecting with who you're made up of. You know, the other morning, this year, I woke up. I on waking up, I get little promptings and hear voices and stuff like that. And one of the things is like the last thing they want me to receive before I come back into this realm. And one of the things they said is, you know, your ancestors are now your gods. You know, and I thought that was so interesting because I have done the ancestral work, connecting as well as clearing. And to receive that message, for me, it was very special because it said, you know, you're no longer honoring anybody outside of yourself. And that's really true. You know, I can, you know, when I do this work, it's like, okay, my team, my ancestor, Akita Kariara squared, ancestors, ascended masters, and angels. You know what I mean? So I've made that connection with that, with which that is within me, you know, and that's just my ancestors, whether that be my ancestors from 200 years ago or 2000 years ago or 5000 years ago or 26,000 years ago. It's still within my blood and my bones and my waters, right? Pisces, definitely in my Pisces moon waters, you know what I mean? So it's so important for me to honor that connection I have with all of my ancestors, those I do not know and those I know by name. They're still within us. All right, so it's important for us to, I don't know if this is a bridge, what is that? It's a mountain, because I was gonna say it's important for us to be that bridge and to connect that bridge and walk that bridge, that connects us back to our ancestry. You know, and like I said, there's so many levels of it. You know, it's our blood ancestry, it's our cosmic ancestry, it's our spiritual ancestry, we have ancestors of the lands that we walk on, you know, of the places, like I'm in the Bahamas, there's ancestors of this land. There are ancestors of my blood. There's my galactic ancestors, cosmic ancestors, you know what I mean? So there are levels to this ancestry thing, but all of it is a compilation of you. You know, it is the blood of which you are made of. It is the spirit of which you are made of. It is the essence of that which you are. So reminding you, reminding you, Pisces, and let's pull from the Starseed Oracle, and let's see, of course, the Pisces one would be deep and intuitive. And go into our cash, right? All right, and I'm just seeing the spiral. And again, it says, you know, the ancestors, I see the spiral and the top of the mountain. It's like, you know, the sun or probably the moon, you know, the moon, the waters, and then the spiral. This is creation coming through the cosmic waters. And then the top of the mountain, you know what I mean? The mountain even sometimes represents like that, the elder spirits, you know what I mean? So connecting to that which you are made of, and that ancient elder wisdom that's within you too, you know, that ancestry, definitely. Fairies, my ancestors. They're like, yeah, you're talking about us. Oh man. Life. All right, so let's see what beautiful message the Starseed Oracle has for you, beautiful Pisces. Divine reminders. Oh, so get those. Oh, see if that comes back. That'll be interesting. All right. So did we talk about the this beautiful month, all the conjunctions and moving forward and staying still and making sure I didn't leave anything out? Oh. Well, you guys are Pisces. You won't miss anything. If I don't say it, you'll intuit. But yeah, this is a very dynamic week and a very dynamic month, so it's a good month for us to be still, figure things out, see things clearly, and then move forward, so. All right, let's dig into this deck and see what card in Divine Reminder Starseed Oracle has for you, Pisces. Oh, this one came up before. You're not alone. Yes, I think Capricorn got this. Capricorn got this. So if you have any Capricorn in your chart, check out Capricorn as well. There might be some synchronicity there. Pisces and Capricorn. Okay, so yeah, and you are not alone. Your ancestors. Right? And this card is also talking about asking for help, connecting, and knowing that there's a team there and asking for help. Okay, so connect with your ancestors. Go into your Akash, Pisces. Go into your Akash, right? Allow that revealing to come to you. You can always also, because remember, these are divine reminders, so you can allow this initiation to begin. And sometimes we just have to speak it and literally say, hey, spirit, universe, I'm ready to take a deep dive into my own Akashic records. Reveal to me what I need to see, what I'm ready to see. Show me the ancestors that will serve me well now, that are aligned to my path now, that will teach me the mastery that I'm seeking. Help me to feel the connection, like really acknowledge that you're not alone, and then say to your ancestors, hey ancestors, I'm ready to connect with you. I speak to my ancestors all the time, the stuff that I'm doing. I say, okay, I'm going to do this. Now I need your help. Grammy, Galactic, whoever it is, and also, when you're doing your own spiritual work, for me, one of the things I've learned to do is, again, I'm not really honoring anything outside of myself, even if it's a deity from a whole different thing or whatnot. How do I connect to it? By knowing that oneness between me and that. So I'm connecting that to that which is, again, within me. We all are a representation and a piece of God, as they say, right? So if I'm a piece of God, then I am a piece of God is in me. So I'm dealing with that piece of God that is within me, not the piece of God that is not within me. And I deal with that with everything, that yes, I am that too. So I can honor that which is in me. That's a tongue twister, I guess, because I usually say it in the silence. All right, so Pisces, connect And they literally, you see, this is somebody, it says isolation, physical connection, and community. So this is somebody literally connecting almost with an ancestor while they're in their cash. That's just an interesting visual, that and then how it came out like that. All right, so Pisces, it's time for you to go deeper into your Akash, or enter your Akash for the first time. Get that information, connect, see yourself, see your cosmic, galactic self, and then look even more closely into your bloodline, your landlines, where have you lived, and connect with those ancestors, the ancestors of your land, you know. So yeah, those are your divine reminders, Pisces, and let's go into the book. Let's go into the books. This one was interesting. The last two, man, the last two ones I did, these ones, because now we're under the eclipse energy. I said, man, these last three that I do, I'm going to be doing them in the eclipse energy. That's going to wanted to see how potent and how they would be, and they are. They are. They are. I like doing these in an eclipse energy. All right, let's go into the halls of Amenti and see first and foremost what that is all about for you. Like I said, with these readings, I like to give my own prompts, but I like to go into the book. So, because there might be something in the book that you need to hear that I didn't say, and I want you to get it. So, we're going to give it all to you. Halls of Amenti initiation, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, and initiations. The halls of Amenti are a sacred learning space that were energetically transported by thought from Atlantis to the spiritual plane before Atlantis came to an end. It is said that the portal to this etheric retreat is energetically connected to the Great Pyramid of Giza. Many people that the physical remains of these halls can be found. Many believe that the physical remains of these halls can be found there. We don't have to physically visit Egypt to access their energies, though. Okay, so I'm just gonna go. That's just some brief information. I'm not going into so much depth into the images on this, because again, I don't want people to get caught up in the details, but I want them to more get caught up in themselves. It's not about the halls of Amenti. It's about you connecting to your halls of Amenti, right? And if you don't know about it, Google it and, see what this now is going to symbolize for you beyond what this book is saying, because we all have, there's so much information about so many things, so. All right, so how do we connect to the halls of Amenti, Pisces? Imagine you are at the Great Pyramid. Above its apex, a portal opens, drawing you in. See yourself at the center of a sacred temple. Set clear intentions to align with your higher purpose and receive a transmission of ancient wisdom. So again, we're just asking and we're just restating, hey, I'm ready to open up and connect and receive this transmission. And really, we have to speak that to the universe and say what expansions we're ready for. Your message. You are in a deep initiatory chamber at this time. You might feel that things are heavy and challenging, but know that a reconfiguration is happening. Energetically, you are going through an initiation that will allow you to go beyond the fears of the ego and transcend the limitations of the physical realm. Beautiful. You might not feel that light is present because you are in the middle of this phase at the moment, but know that it is present within you. You might be feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, but a lot of this anxiety is actually old energies that were stored in the depths of your body. They were actually old energies that were stored in the depth of your body being released so that your vibration can rise. That's so interesting because so many people deal with anxiety. And if within that moment they actually receive that message and say, hey, this is old energy needing to rise out. All energy needing to be released, so that I can rise up. And I'm wondering if in those moments of anxiety, they can just say, hey, I allow this release. I'm not going to resist it. I allow this release to receive the new energy. I allow this release of the new energy, of the old energy. I thank this releasing of the old energy that feels painful, that feels a little scary, but I allow this. Thank you. It's just how we receive and how we perceive these moments of uncomfortableness, uncomfort, of non-comfort, of not being comfortable, and it's like if we, I don't know, I was thinking about something like this the other day. It's escaping me now, but it wasn't about this, but it was about something else. It was like, if we only understood, and I think that was just today. So my mind thinks about so much things. Sometimes I think, oh, that was weeks ago. Actually, no, that was just a couple hours ago. But if we, it was almost like if we could see where we're going and then have this perspective that everything that we're doing is actually right on time and in place, then we wouldn't spend so much time just complaining about what is. Maybe I said it in another video last night. This has been a long week because, whenever I'm doing these videos, there's not much sleep happening that week. But yeah, maybe it came out in another video. It's just like having that groundedness, that everything that even feels crazy, scary, messed up now is exactly what I need to go through to get to where I want to go and where I'm in this destined to go, that way. So anyway, that just came up with the whole anxiety thing, in these moments of anxiety where we just realize, hey, this is, even just call it what it is. This isn't anxiety. This is old pain being released. What did they said? Old energies. They didn't say pain. This is old energy. I'm having an old energy release party. Maybe we need to stop saying anxiety and just call it what it is. I'm having an old energy exodus. So let me allow this exodus and relax myself. I don't want to say that because, when you're going through it, it's real and you feel it. And I've witnessed people going through an anxiety attack, and I've held space for that as well. So I know it's not just about getting on, but if in those moments we're able to conjure up those words, because words, and allow that breath in and speak those words. I'm just wondering what impact that would have on those moments, so that's just something to take from this. Anybody listening that deals with anxiety, and just really realizing that, hey, this is old energy exiting my body. And maybe it's a good, like, the other night, I mean, not that the other night, but I go through my most recent body ascension feelings, or whatever, all energy releasing, and that's really what I had to call it. is my ears. It's all about my face. That's why I was just talking about my nose being sensitive, becoming more sensitive. And it's been going on for at least 7 or 8 months now, all this year. And I think it started at the end of last year. So about 7 or 8 months now. Whenever we get these solar flares and high impact energies, when they're coming in, like I'm feeling it. And the other day during I think it was the eclipse, the last eclipse, I was like, oh my goodness. And I started just saying, and even this week, and when we had these halos this week, and I just started saying, well, this is just the old energy exiting my body. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Literally. So, we give ourselves this grace as we going through this transmutation, because we're going through a lot of transmutation, and in these moments of transmutation, I think sometimes we have to kind of learn how to find the words that would really activate the soothing of the experience and the acceptance of this parting. Because what I think what I experienced in that moment is really just realizing that I'm resisting, like, what is really this pain? The pain is my resistance of the death of this old energy. So it's almost like I'm feeling pain because I don't want this release to happen. Like there's some part of my essence, my ego, that's holding on to the old energy that I no longer need. And thus and that's a painful experience for me. But what if I just acknowledge that, yeah, this is old energy leaving that you don't want anymore. So it shouldn't be painful. Let me allow this release. Let me thank this release. Let me not resist this release, but come in union with this release and encourage this release, so that this release doesn't feel so painful. I started saying that to myself, so, and I think kind of like that, what they're talking about there with the anxiety, realizing that anxiety is really just old energy leaving your body, so if we can just look at that and call it that and acknowledge it as that, and in those moments hold space for that, then we evolve, right? All right, that was deeper than I thought it was going to go, but let's go. Let's jump into the next one. Ancestors, and let's see what the ancestors have to say. Of course, the Pisces, y'all gonna make me go deep. Of course. Let's see. And number 6 at that, and 6, 7, 8, man. It's interesting how these came out. These are the special cards in the book. They're like different than, they don't have the regular numbers. They have the Roman numbers. Ancestor and attributes: history, lineage, community, family, and relationship. Your ancestors within your lineage made you. Somehow they managed to survive and thrive in order to ensure you are here. Your ancestors make up a portion of who you are, but you get to choose which pieces you utilize. It's not fixed or predetermined. Yes. Your ancestors speak in terms of community, family, and right relationships. Pick any ancestors from your family tree to bring into conversation. They're all watching and rooting for you. Potential questions to ask the archetype: do you have a message for me? So this is a conversation that this is what you can use to bridge this relationship between you and your ancestors. I love it. Do you have a message for me? What was your relationship like with your mother or father? What did you long for but never realized? What are you most proud of that everyone knew about? And what do you wish you could pass along? What do you still need forgiveness for? Reading this reminds me that yes, I did do this exercise when I was doing my ancestral work, and it is a very powerful and potent one to do. So definitely do that. It will help to bridge. It will help to create that bridge between you and your ancestors. That's so lovely. I love that that came up. And again, the next card is just saying you are not alone. So your divine reminder, I mean, it's just there. You are not alone. Tap into your ancestors and make that bridge and get, yeah, and connect with your ancestors. Tap into your Akash, connect with your ancestors, and really know that you're not alone. So as we move forward, you're not just working with yourself, you're working with your team of ancestors, you know? Maybe you'll be a triple A squared, or triple something squared, like me, right? Bridging, walking, always acknowledging and walking with your ancestors. It's a beautiful, beautiful relationship to bridge and to create. You know, relationships have to be sustained, so we have to even our altars. You know, I don't have my not on this one. My grandmother is on, she's out there, you know, but every now and then I bring her picture in, and then I on out here I have my mom and my sister, you know, so and it's different ways, you know, and just there's so many ways we can honor our ancestors, you know, so many ways. But the simplest way is really just to acknowledge them and say, hey, Grammy, I know you're with me. Grandpa, I know you're still with me. You know, I know you're not here, but you're there, but I feel you. I know you're here with me. And then have the conversations, you know, that you want to have, and then, you know, allow, you know, in meditation they say praying, you're talking, and meditating, you're listening. So talk and then listen. You know, let's go into the you are not alone card, just to see what might be in here for you to pick up on, especially with the realm of connecting to your ancestors. Is a different angle than the Capricorn one took with it. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. Many starseeds and old souls enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for their vitality, as it allows them to commune with their soul and fill up their energetic resources, especially if they have an underactive or open root chakra or find it hard being human. Many starseeds find it more nourishing to retreat than to spend their time in meaningless conversations and relationships. However, we must remember that we're not here to go about this life alone. Humans pack animals, and we all need the love, company, and support of others, both emotionally and physically. In our increasingly online world, we can be connected to more people and yet feel more alone, isolated than ever. There's still so much we don't know about the energetic side of the things called social media. With so many people knowing your news, what is it doing to our auric field? Commonly, we find ourselves in constant conversation, yet lacking the genuine connection of physical community and touch. The main message of this card is to step out of your cave and physically reach out to those in your life, to replenish when you need to, but not to isolate yourself. You know, like take those times where you know, go in to gather yourself, but don't isolate. Make sure to go back out and connect with people. That's very important. This could be seeing friends and family who live nearby or having a regular catch-up walk with someone. In what ways can you open yourself up to the people who are physically in your life, those you truly know? Starseed Soul Inquiry is how can you reach out to people in your life physically? Good. So I love how this was, I mean, if we were talking about it from the ancestral realm, clearly, because going into your cash and ancestors or whatnot. But then this card also says, you know, to connect Pisces, not just to your ancestors within you, but to people around you. So they're really encouraging you to make this circle whole, you know, not to leave anybody out. Connect with your ancestry, also connect with your community. So what I see too is a big circle opening up in your life where you feel more connected too, because that's again that's the fullness, that's the eight. Oh no, this is 6. Other people got 8, but that's the 6. So that's your 6, right? And 6 is what creation, right? Christ consciousness, right? So that's your 6, man. You know, your 666, connecting with you, yourself, connecting with your ancestry, and connecting with your community, you know? So connection, divine reminder for you, Pisces, connect to everything within you, around you, and above you. I hope these divine reminders are nourishing your soul, Pisces, reminding you of your purpose and your mission. Thank you so much for joining me for this first divine reminder session. Bye. Have a lovely full moon eclipse. May manifest and meditate, and definitely Pisces, you got some work to do. Go into your halls of a mentee. All right, have a lovely one. Bye.